Hey there, this is Kristen from KristenCoaching.com. Thank you so much for joining me for my video today. We're going to be discussing the 10 signs that your relationship is falling apart. So before we do, please subscribe to my YouTube page if you haven't already. You'll get a notification and a pop-up every time I create a new video for you. Also, I want you to click on the link, how to fix your relationship. Because if you are experiencing these 10 signs that your relationship is falling apart, you're gonna need to know what to do about it. So click on the other link about how to fix your relationship, because that is gonna be helpful for you as a part 2 to this situation. So obviously being in a relationship that is falling apart is nothing that you ever thought you wanted to be in or you were going to be in when you started the relationship, you know, but ultimately you are where you are today, and it can be really painful emotionally. You can maybe even feel numb. You can feel anger that you are where you are right now, frustration, you know, all the things. And it isn't obviously a good dynamic to be in if you are with a partner where you don't have a solid foundation of your partnership and your relationship. So, we're gonna shed some light on what these signs are that your relationship really is falling apart, because you need to do something about it now before it is too late. You're not gonna be able to make changes unless you acknowledge what is not working for you guys. I'm all about educating in terms of, shining the light on your situation so you can take action and do something about it. That's really crucial. So first thing and first sign that your relationship is falling apart is you're not spending any quality time together. You're not enjoying each other's company. You're not spending quality time together. A lot of times, couples can be living, together, but feeling emotionally distant. So not spending quality time together is really a key factor that the relationship is going south. Second thing is you're not talking to one another. The communication is just not there. You're not talking about deep conversations. You're not talking about quality conversations. You're just really not communicating much with one another, if at all. So that's definitely a sign, and it could be going on for a while in terms of your lack of communication. The third sign that your relationship is falling apart is you have a strong lack of affection for one another. When was the last time you kissed each other hello or goodbye? When was the last time you guys held hands walking down the street together? Or just even held hands, in your home or, your place where you live. So the lack of affection has really gone downhill. Sign number 4, you have a lower intolerance for each other. And what that means is, you don't have a lot of patience for each other's mistakes, or you just don't have a lot of patience for each other, and you can often get really frustrated with one another and, snap at each other. And, just that level of patience and tolerance is so low that if your partner does anything or you do anything, it creates some type of an argument. Sign number 5 is, you're thinking about ending the relationship. That's a big sign that your relationship could be falling apart, is because you're fantasizing about getting out of it. So be honest with yourself. Are you fantasizing about another life by yourself or another life with somebody else? Because if you are, that's a huge sign that things are obviously not going right, and something needs to be done about it soon. Sign number 6 that your relationship is falling apart is you have low self-esteem. You're not feeling as confident about yourself, maybe. It's possible that in your relationship you guys are arguing so much, so it could be tearing you down emotionally and in terms of your self-esteem, and just feeling, worthless, and that you don't deserve better, and just feeling really down about yourself. That's a huge indicator that things are not going well. Because if you're in a healthy relationship, your partner brings you up and makes you feel good, and you feel good about yourself. But when things aren't working, it can have that complete opposite effect. So be aware of that. Sign number 7. There isn't a resolution to your arguments. You guys are arguing, bickering, and there is no resolve. There is no resolution. And so you guys just kind of go to your own individual quarters, and you just never resolve it, and you just end the conversation just because you guys are so tired of arguing. That is not good. There's no point of having an argument or having a discussion if there isn't going to be a resolution to it. So I want you to really think about, are your arguments, coming to a resolution, or are you just arguing with no solution at the end of it? Sign number 8, your common interests are gone. You know, maybe you guys enjoy doing activities together or hobbies together, but that's not there anymore. And you guys really aren't spending that time doing those mutual things that you enjoy doing together. Sign number 9 that your relationship is falling apart is that your partner can be really mean to you at times. Maybe you're even mean to your partner. You know, if you guys are rude and disrespectful and mean and you know, nitpicky and nagging, you know, it's just a sign that things and both of you guys are just not in that emotional healthy place with one another, so you guys are being mean to each other, and that is really not a good situation to be in. Last but not least, sign that your relationship is falling apart is, you know, your sex life has suffered. I think 1 through 9 are all situations that create number 10. You know, when our relationships are not going well, you know, emotionally, you know, mentally, and all those things, it can really influence and impact our physical being with one another, and we don't want to have that physical intimate connection. Or if you are intimate with each other and you are having sex, there isn't that emotional piece there, and it's just sex, and you don't feel the love between you guys when you are doing it. So either your sex life has suffered in that way, where there's just no emotional connection, or you're not having any physical intimacy at all. So I want to point out these signs to you, because if you're experiencing any of these, you know, now you know what relationship goals you need to be working on to get your relationship back up. Or if you're really tired and absolutely done, you know, then maybe it's time to call it quits and move on if you don't feel that you have the not the strength, you know, but just the passion or desire to make it better and change the situation. Because sometimes we can just be so depleted and done that we just want to be done and move on, because it does take 2 people to make it work. So even if you did want to improve it, you need to make sure that your partner's willing to as well. So that's a whole other topic and conversation that you guys need to have. But hopefully I shed some light on the situation for you today, so you know what's going on. You know what you need to work on if you want to work on it. You know, and if you are in this type of situation, you know, my heart is out to you guys, and you can ask me any questions or please comment below. I'll get back to you on that as soon as I can. And thank you so much for joining me for my video today. This is Kristen from KristenCoaching.com. Thank you.